They're walking out to their car here on Pembroke Road, and that's when someone pulled up and opened fire. As the wind is blowing, you can really start to smell the smoke from the flames right here behind me. Take a look. I talked to one person who told me that in the past 26 years of them living here, this is the second time this has happened. Over 700 children have died inside of a hot car since 1998. Well, we just got here to the scene, Dan and Shelly, just probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago. I want to kind of show you what we're looking at right now. Wind just picked up about a couple of minutes ago as you all were talking and Ryan was giving his weathercast. I kind of show you right now, according to our wind meter, wind speeds right now are going between 17 to 25 miles per hour. They've suffered non-life-threatening injuries, according to Miami Beach PD. I want to get out the way and show you what we're seeing right now. The scene right now is still active. Where I'm standing right now was where a road closed sign was yesterday, and for some reason it's gone, and it needs to return because this water is actually gone a little higher. While people are enjoying El Clasico, people from all across the country come out for this ultimate rivalry. We're able to give you a better picture of the side of the fire truck. Right here behind me, you can kind of see the damage that that car did to the right rear of that fire truck. And then further out in the distance, Eric and Shelly, you can see that car shredded to parts. Right now, that tow truck is getting ready to tow that vehicle any second now. Eric, you just talked about burning credit cards. Well, my credit card burned because I tried to purchase one of these and it said decline. So I'm not in that bracket just yet. But Eric and Shelly, I've been walking around all morning long, looking at all these boats, and I think I found the perfect boat for you.
I think I saw James Bond peeking his head around the corner.
Oh. Look, if I had my tuxedo on right now, I would jump in that boat right now. It is just so beautiful. Shelly, you want to go on a ride after the show?
I do. We're all drooling over here.
What about Shelly? What about me, dude? What about me? What about Adam?
Come on,
Burr?
Shelly, Kelly, Adam, Eric. Let's go. Let's go.
Can you give us sort of the lay of the land and how things are faring at this time?
Yeah, that's right. Good morning. We've been out here since probably about 4:30 this morning here in Davie. It's in Broward County, just a little bit north of Miami-Dade County in Miami. I want to kind of show you what I'm looking at right now below me. See right here, this is where the sidewalk is. And if I come over to my left, this is where the grass is supposed to be. And then further out here, this is where the road is supposed to be. And right now, as you can tell, it's completely unrecognizable.
We begin with NBC 6 reporter Darryl Forges live at Miami International Airport. And Darryl, you were right there bringing us live reports at 7:25 just as that flight taxied away.
That's right, Eric and Shelly. Good morning. A very historic time here at the Miami International Airport. Now, I spoke to the people who boarded that flight, and they tell me that with this flight to Havana, as well as the death of Fidel Castro, they're hoping that the tides are turning for Cuba. It seems like a typical busy day at the Miami International Airport, but things were a little different Monday morning. Every step, every ticket was historic for this American Airlines flight.
2, 1.
It's the first flight ever taking off to Havana, Cuba.
American Airlines becomes the first airline to fly scheduled service to Havana after more than 50 years of restrictions on commercial air service.
Not only is this the first flight to the city of Havana, but it's also the first one since the death of Cuban dictator Fidel Castro. And some passengers we spoke with say they hope that this will be a sign for democracy to come in the future.
Because we're the last country that got, you know, with the embargo. I think it's time to normalize things.
Gary Vanover is not going to Cuba for vacation, but to spread the gospel and open churches in the country. He's hopeful the plane taking off is a step for a bright future for the country.
Nothing happens by chance, and even when I was sitting here and I saw them cut the red ribbon, I felt as though the door was opening for religious freedom.
Just before the historic flight took off, a water cannon salute bid farewell to the passengers, and then it was up and away to the skies for a historic journey. Now, other airliners are expected to follow the lead of American Airlines and have their flights take place in Havana, hopefully sometime by this winter. But now we're live in Miami. Darryl Forges, NBC 6 News. It's called Zoodoo here, and here's the process Zoodoo right here behind me. And according to zoo officials, they say they don't want all of this Zoodoo to, well, go to waste. Zoo Miami is doing an initiative that they say will help turn the environment on its backside.
This is the ultimate recycling program. We have here at the zoo
animals that poop. We all poop, but animals here produce thousands of pounds of it every day.
So now the zoo is turning all that dung into an environmental poo-poo platter.
We've actually come up with a system that can recycle it, turn it into compost, we can feed our soil, and it goes right back into the ground.
The high-quality manure comes from elephants, rhinos, and other hoof stock. It goes into a machine, combining it with grinded trees, plants, and landscape debris from the zoo.
We call it black gold because this stuff is like dust. It's fantastic.
The zoo says this black gold is green for the environment and that it shouldn't be deterred from going back into the ground.
They're going back into a product that helps feed the soil to grow the plants again and back into the animals. It's the perfect circle of life.
And speaking of that black gold, here you see buckets of zoo doo right here. Now, according to zoo officials, they say that if you want to buy this, you can actually go online and do it. We actually have a link to it on our NBC6 News and Weather app if you want to buy some fresh zoo doo. But Eric and Shelley, I did not want to be a party pooper. See what I just did there? Because I actually am bringing you all back some just for your special gardens at your houses.
Stay over there.
So hopefully you'll enjoy these. When they smell great, by the way. They don't smell like zoo-doo, if you know what I mean. So, reporting live in Southwest Miami-Dade, Darryl Forges, NBC6 News. A mother's worst nightmare. Now, of course, you just said there was a 15-year-old girl that was shot in that area just a few days ago. And right now, the mother is telling us her son, his name is Trayvon. They call him Trey for short. Right now, they say they need your help finding his shooter.
I just saw gunshots of my son on the ground.
A mother in shock this morning after her son, known as Trey, was shot outside of his home. It all happened on the 700 block of Northwest 84th Street.
My daughter got a phone call, and she ran in my room, and she shook me, and was like, "Mom, they just shot up Trey. Get up, get up." The
teenager was rushed to the hospital. The family says he's in critical condition. The family also tells us Trey attends AMI Miami-Dade, a school dedicated to helping kids with a troubled past. The shooting caught the attention of Miami-Dade School Superintendent Alberto Carvalho, who took to Twitter, saying, quote, "Early morning shooting leaves boy fighting for his life. Cowardly gun violence will persist if not opposed by courageous community voices."
My son is, the average kid. I'm not going to say he's too good, too bad. He's the average kid, but he don't bother nobody.
The family also tells us gun violence is all too common in the area, and it needs to stop.
It's ridiculous. It's getting beyond itself.
The only thing you have to do is just call and let us know who shot my nephew down like that.
And family members tell us that the mother is still shaken up after the whole situation because she says that that is her firstborn child. And right now, you heard the family's plea. They need your help. South Florida, if you've seen or heard anything, you're asked to call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers. South Florida, you know the number, 305-471-TIPS. We're live in Little River this morning. Darryl Forges, NBC6 News.